How do the presidential elections affect the real estate market? Let's talk about that.
The 2024 presidential elections are just months away, and as someone who's considering buying or selling a home, you're probably wondering what effect, if any, the presidential election has on the housing market. Today we're going to go over the last 11 elections and look at home sales, home prices, and mortgage rates, and what data we can gather from that and how that could affect us moving forward.
Yeah, there's some great data out there, and I think it's important to look at the historical data that the National Association of Realtors has put out, as well as the Housing of Urban Development, HUD, I always call it that, because it's going to show that while it has some effect, it is very much a temporary thing. So looking at this graph for the last 11 elections, in 9 of those, you can see that the housing market really picked up the year after.
Yeah.
So it dips a little bit, and that's the blue line on this graph. The blue line is the election year, and you can really see that basically ever since 1992, that election, housing slowed and then ticked back up pretty quickly. And it usually picks up around December, I feel like, and then it continues throughout the year. And then looking at home prices also follow a trend of going up after the elections. Obviously, we can look at the graph that talks about the home prices, and we know what happened in 2008 and 2009. But again, it's following this trend that it is a temporary slowdown, and then it picks back up.
Yeah. Speaking on the 2008, 2009 real quick, when you look at the following election in 2012, you can see it it's already started to recoup, and it's all trending upwards.
Yeah, exactly, because that was when it really crashed. And then also it's interesting obviously we know what happened in the 2020 election to 2021. COVID, but also interest rates were so low, right?
And yes, and when we look at mortgage rates with the graphs, typically mortgage rates do drop a little bit right around election time. And so it could be something to look forward to potentially for this one. But mortgage rates usually go down a little bit around election time. But in 2020, they went historically low. And that led to the 2020, 2021, first part of 2022 boom of just home prices, home sales, all skyrocketing.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing. So I guess what's the big takeaway, right? Like, while president elections do have some impact on the housing market in general, it's very temporary, and we see the trends year over year going up steadily. So home buying and ownership is definitely still a very important thing in people's lives. So don't let the uncertainty of everything hold you back in making such a big decision. Thank you so much for tuning in. Reach out if you have any questions about this, and if you want to talk, not about politics, but if you want to talk, we're happy to help in any way. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing.